Okay, so we've talked about Ellerslie, we've talked about Trentham, but I suppose in many ways the highlight of the New Zealand horses yesterday was our big Mike sneaking in to the racebook, one of the later pages, the Pakenham Cup, and then he started reading the fine print, listed race, $300,000. He'd run second, I think, in the Kyneton Cup, I think it was, or third, and I guess this was his sort of modus operandi, the $300,000 go, and our big Mike did the job in his usual way from in front.
Then came Tally Kawaya under the bat, still about third last, followed by Khartoum and Lord Fandango. Our big Mike at the 300 metres looks to lead all of the way. Still 3 lengths in front of Tally back on the inside. Then Barisha Del Harold is grinding home. Our big Mike at the 150 getting weary. Still 2 legs, Barisha and Tally. Our big Mike is going to lead all of the way. This has been a big win. Our big Mike has won the Pakenham Cup. 2 legs, Barisha. Del Harold third.
Our big Mike, as he's now known, doing it as he likes, out in front, genuine tempo, and simply outstayed them.
We've seen that before. It was a brilliant run.
And look, he was good the week before at Moonee Valley, so there's no major sort of surprise in the fact he was able to do it. What's a surprise? It was the richest race won by a New Zealand trained horse in Australia this year. So Sean Phelan is going to be speaking on behalf of the family. Sean, good morning. Thanks for joining us. How's the head after the Pakenham Cup?
Yeah, how you going, guys? It's pretty good. The adrenaline's keeping us going, but yeah, we had a good night, and more the voice isn't too flash. Maybe cheering them home from the 600, or maybe just singing we were doing last night. Not too sure.
Talk to us about the plan, Sean, to take a horse who could have been knocking around on the Counties Cup and heading to the City of Auckland Cups. Whose idea was it, and when did this come to fruition that you're basically going to tackle those nice Australian races away from the carnival?
Yeah, we thought about it for a while with him. He's a horse we've given him a lot of time, and then sort of we knew we could come over here and be based with good friends of ours, Rachel and Peter Cunningham, so we would never think of doing it unless we had a good base. Sort of going through Hawke's Bay, he was very competitive against all those good horses, and probably in races that didn't suit him. And after his run in the Celt, the Livermore, we just thought, we've got to have a go at it. And yeah, obviously they come over here for those handicap races where he's on the minimum, and finally get him over a distance that probably would suit him. And yeah, it's all paid off for the family, and like the races like the Counties Cup and Waikato Cup, you know, they look good, but it's so competitive in New Zealand with horses like 5 to Midnight and things, and like it's just as easy to come over here and run third or fourth and get the same sort of stake money.
Sean, this horse obviously shown a lot of promise from an early stage. How close did you come to selling him? There's a few offers here and there, we've had the horse from day dot with his breeders, Mr. and Mrs. Fawcett, and we've waited a long time for him. To be honest, we had an offer from him last week, but we were over here, and Dad probably politely told the guy to go get stuffed. So as he would.
We just backed ourselves, and it's just paid off.
He's always loved the horse, your dad, Sean. Just in a nutshell, what's the travel bill like tripping from New Zealand to, you know, what is basically suburban Victoria? How much does it cost to get the horse over there? Because obviously you've done the job, but there is a fair bit of financial risk involved there. Yeah,
the flight and the travel, and that's around $6,000 just to get him over here. So when he had that first run, he'd already paid for that, so we were stoked with that. And then we're lucky enough that Emily came over with him, and she's looked after him, and she's also been over here riding in highlights, it's the same as in the south, and she's also been riding for Trent and Natalie Young, and they've been a big help to us, sort of just guiding us in the right way and doing things with him. So we're just very lucky that we sort of hands on, and yeah, it's just paid off for everyone.
Sean, after the success, I suppose anything else for the summer is a bonus. What do? Do you stay over there and stick around for the other country cups, or do you come home for a City of Auckland Cup or the Auckland Cup in March, or even a Wellington Cup? Because now you've got a taste of the Australian big dollars. Where do you want to be racing?
Yeah, well, Big Mike probably loves Australia more than us. Since he got here, he's just thrived. Me and my father went home back and forwards, and Emily stayed here with him the whole time. And you came back after 10 days, and the improvement in him was just unreal. So coming into this was always his main aim, Pakenham Cup. But even just coming into it, we were saying, well, geez, this horse is just thriving. Like maybe we need to carry on. You're only here once. He's only he's 6 years old. Who's to say he doesn't come up again? So we've had a look through, and there's a couple of races actually at Flemington coming up before the new year. Hey, who's to say we might be dreaming, but why don't we give him a little look around Flemington? We could be back here in November. Who's to say you can't dream?
Sean, congratulations. Well done to Emily last week on the inaugural Jericho Cup. It's been a huge week for all involved. Pass on our congratulations to your dad as well. And we're hoping we will see you at Flemington, maybe even for an Andrew Ramsden later in the season to qualify for the Melbourne Cup. Good on you, Sean.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Good story, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a cool story, but I was stunned when Tara, our producer, and I researched it last night. The richest race won by a New Zealand horse in Australia this year.
He's going to start a trend. Everyone's going to be hunting down those slightly smaller races because there's such great money.
Well, he was racing largely tired horses. The Lord Fandangos of the world have been through those carnivals, and it's still a hell of a win.
Yeah.
But, they're half buggered, those horses. 328k. Good on them. I think it's a great story. It's one of my favourite stories of the year so far.
So that was Pakenham, but the biggest race meeting in Australia yesterday was way over in Perth, where a horse called Arcadia Queen won the Kingston Town Group 1 to wrap up the West Australian Spring Carnival.
Yeah, she's a machine, this one.
Pike hasn't really moved. Now he does. Look at her go, the 3-year-old. Arcadia Queen swept up and grabbed the lead. Further back is Material Man, but the babies run right away from them. Arcadia Queen, he had a peep over the right shoulder, and she's going to blow them away and record a sensational win in the Kingston Town. Arcadia Queen from Material Man. Galaxy Star rattling down the outside from Gatting. And then came the roughie, Prying Tom, who's run a race from Trap for Fools.